Welcome in, Aquarius. Thank you guys so much for joining me today. For those of you that are new, welcome in, guys. Hope everybody's doing awesome. So, Aquarius, this is going to be your mid-month read for the month of April in love, your general reading. That being said, if you haven't checked out your monthly, feel free to do that. It's a longer read. It's probably at least 30, probably close to 30 minutes long. That being said, as always, guys, general reads, just keep that in mind. So Aquarius, this is going to be for Sun, Moon, Rising, and Venus. Any placement in Aquarius. Hopefully something resonates for you guys today. As always, though, cross watchers, feel free to swap sides. Same thing for you, Aquarius, if I'm talking about you versus your person. Let's see what wants to come out. So first we're going to take a look here, Aquarius, at how you're feeling. That way you can kind of tell whether or not you feel like this is resonating or not for you. That being said here, again, general read. So, all right. So, spirit angels and guides, please show me how Aquarius is currently feeling about the person on their mind in love. How is Aquarius currently feeling about this person on their mind, what they're dealing with in love here, Spirit? How is Aquarius feeling about this person? Who is this person? So we have the Eight of Wands coming out. Three of Swords. Five of Cups, Five of Swords. All right. So it definitely looks like right now you are feeling a little bit torn here, Aquarius. I feel like you have a lot of regrets, possibly about, we're going to take this Ten of Wands. I'll just put it on the end. So for some of you, I feel like either like you didn't respond to somebody here, possibly with the Hermit card on the bottom. I feel like, you're really conflicted here about, investing in this situation with this person. A lot of regret, though. And I feel like for a lot of you, you've been, possibly avoiding this, having this, either this conversation with this person. So this gives me the energy of you wanting to communicate, that you have a lot of regrets here about maybe how you handled the situation. For some of you, if you didn't communicate back to somebody, I don't know, maybe you've been avoiding letting this person know that, that you don't want to get together or you don't want to be with this person anymore. I feel like you are feeling like pretty overwhelmed. So let's see, because you didn't, other than the Five of Cups here, we didn't really get a lot about, tell me about this message that Aquarius wants to, that you're trying to send, I feel, or wanting to send. Tell me about this Eight of Wands, this message. For some of you, this could be an apology that maybe you're not great at apologizing. You know you should and you haven't. It's a conversation you've been avoiding. Tell me about this Eight of Wands here. Wheel of Fortune. And the King of Wands. Yeah, I feel like for some of you here, Aquarius, you definitely want to take some action. I just feel like you want things to move forward with the King of Wands. We are in Aries season, and this is Aries card. Well, it's kind of, it's a fire sign. It's Aries, Leo, Sag, but essentially, it's like the court card, right? So I feel like in order for things to move forward here, which I feel like it looks like that's what you're wanting to do, some action needs to be taken. So this could really talk about, things that have happened between you and your person in the past. I feel like for a lot of you, whatever you may have done or not done or said or not said to this person are not really apologized for something that happened in the past. That is weighing on you, or that's weighing on this relationship. Things can't move forward until this conversation happens here. So, Aquarius, if you're really wanting to be with this person, I feel like you're going to need to, I feel like you already know what you need to do here in order for things to move forward. It's kind of like for the longest time, I feel like you and this person definitely You may have swept some things under the rug in your relationship, whether you're married, dating somebody, or whatever the situation is for you. It's going to be different for everybody. But there's a lot that has happened. There's a lot of energy, a lot of feelings, a lot of hurt feelings under that have been kind of swept under the rug, and you can't move forward until that's dealt with. So I feel like that's really, I feel like your conscience is kind of getting the better of you here, Aquarius. You know that you need to do this. And I guess, to get back to happier times here with you and this person. So again, Five of Swords is like really somebody avoiding taking responsibility for things that have happened. But I feel like, deep down, you know, what you're accountable for, why things, maybe fell apart here with the situation with your person, what happened here with this heartache, these hard feelings. And again, no, avoiding taking responsibility for it. But I feel like, in the back of your mind here, like you can't move forward here until until this conversation has happened, until you talk about what's happened and why. And I feel like for the longest time here, Aquarius, there's a part of you that's like it's holding this relationship back. It's holding things from moving forward, getting to a happier, joyful place here with your person. So, yeah, I feel like you're going to need to, really gather your strength here to have this conversation. This really also gives me the energy of you, like, if you're just dating this person, typing something and then deleting it and like not wanting to like open up the discussion. So this person also, maybe when they approach you and they want to talk about stuff, you kind of like shut things down as well. Like avoid it, right? You're avoiding having that conversation about it or taking any accountability for what has happened in the past. But I feel like you have regrets here, Aquarius. You have a lot of regret about some of the things that you've done and or said here in this situation. So let's see how this person's feeling about you. Maybe that will make you feel, hopefully better about, having this conversation, reaching out to this person. So let's see, how does this person feel about Aquarius? Good angels and guides, please show me how this person on Aquarius's mind, how are they feeling about Aquarius, please, currently? Mid-month, April to end of April. So the Six of Pentacles coming out. Nine of Swords. Justice. All right. Page of Swords and Temperance. Anything else? Ten of Swords. Ace of Cups. All right, Aquarius. This person, I definitely feel like they are in the energy of like, why is Aquarius holding back? Why is Aquarius not putting in any effort here? Like I've tried and tried and tried, for Aquarius to give to the situation, for things to be in balance here. Two of Pentacles is like, should I give any more to this situation or this person? And, it's causing them a lot of stress and a lot of anxiety. So I feel like Aquarius, I feel like, it has not been fair in this situation. So I feel like for some of you, you haven't been forthright possibly about how you actually feel about this person, what you're really wanting. This person, is wanting to learn more, I feel like, before they give up on this situation with you. They want to learn more here. Are things ever going to balance out here between me and Aquarius? Like, is Aquarius going to put in the same amount of effort that I am? Does Aquarius want what I want? And then this person, they want to know that before they end things, because this person really does love you, Aquarius. We have the Ten of Swords here and the Ace of Cups. So this person is, I feel like, teetering here. Like, do I, should I give Aquarius the benefit of the doubt? Um, but this person wants to learn more. Like, they really want to hear from you about how you're feeling, Aquarius, what you're really wanting from them. And if I feel like, if you really don't want to be with this person, I feel like, you know what, let them off the hook here and tell them, instead of kind of like avoiding a conversation here. But it looks like to me in your actions here, Aquarius, you do want to be with this person. You do want to take some action. But I feel like, whatever happened in the past is kind of holding you back from taking any action, taking any accountability. So you could be kind of, a little bit stuck in your ego, I want to say. And I'm not trying to offend you here, Aquarius, but I feel like, you need to take accountability for whatever, for your part. I'm not saying it's all your fault in this situation, or how things became unbalanced or like unfair. But, this person really does want to have a new emotional beginning with you, a brand new start here. They want to move past any of this pain that you and this person encountered together. And I feel like they don't want to give up on the situation with you until they have that answer. So I feel like this person's been hanging on. They've been hanging on to you here, Aquarius, waiting for that information, whether or not this is going to work or not. And if it's not, I feel like this person is going to be very heartbroken. Not going to be, I'm going to be honest here about this ending between the two of you. But, it's kind of unfair if you've kind of been keeping somebody on the hook here, or on the line here, Aquarius, and not being forthright about, really how you're feeling or really what you're wanting. And this person doesn't want to, like, throw down their white flag here and give up on the situation with you until they have more information. So I feel like this person wants to hear from you exactly where you're at, how you're feeling. Is there potential here for you and this person in the future? Again, the situation needs to be rectified before, you and them can move forward, whether that be together or not together. But I feel like you are wanting to take some action here and show this person that you actually do care about them and that you do want to be with them. I just feel like you're not really sure how to do it. But I feel like you should do it soon. Really getting like the TikTok card, in the timing card here. We'll see if the Wheel of Fortune, oh, the Wheel of Fortune, I was going to say, I'll see if the Wheel of Fortune comes out. It's already out. All right, let's see if this person's going to take any action towards you. Is this person going to take any action towards Aquarius mid-month to end of April here, Spirit? Is this person going to take any action towards Aquarius mid to end of April? Yeah. So we have the Knight of Swords. Definitely some messages coming through from this person. The Empress. High Priestess. All right. So this person is definitely going to call you out here, Aquarius, about, being in and out, about being inconsistent. And again, really wanting, what are you wanting here? Do you see happiness, long-term happiness with this person? Then we have the Chariot. Then, like, things need to move in a direction that's either like showing some sort of commitment, like an apology in the situation, I feel like is not going to quite cut it. I feel like, and I feel like that. I feel like that's why this King of Wands is showing up. I feel like, like your words, I'm kind of getting, that song Talk is Cheap by, I think it's by Chet Baker. So maybe look up that song. So I feel like maybe for the longest time here, you've been all talk and no action here, Aquarius. And I feel like this person is, I feel like that definitely might be what you're worried about, having this conversation about, like, why are you so inconsistent? I deserve better here. So I feel like, you could get a message from this person basically stating like it's not great, you know, whatever it is that you've been avoiding here. I feel like this person definitely might say to you, like, I don't deserve to be treated this way. I need to stand up for myself, speak up for myself. But, this behavior or what you're emitting here, Aquarius, is not the best, if I'm being honest. And again, I don't want to like throw you under the bus here in your own reading. And for some of you, this might be flipped, right? But this person, I feel like it's not fair. I feel like this person is trying to kind of like, make a decision. I feel like this person has true intentions where you're concerned here, Aquarius. This person really does love you. They have a lot of deep feelings for you. I feel like this person really wants to be with you, but I feel like you need to like be on the level here about what it is that you're wanting. I feel like this person definitely may message you mid to end of April and, you know, kind of like take their power back here in this situation with you. And I don't know, I feel like, again, I feel like Hmm. Yikes. Okay, let's see if you're gonna take any action because I feel like you are here. Tell me about this Wheel of Fortune, the King of Wands in Aquarius. Is Aquarius gonna take any action towards this person? I did see that Page of Pentacles, so again, that could be an apology. Tell me about Aquarius's actions towards this person mid to end of April. Nine of Cups coming out. Ace of Swords, I like that. The World. The Chariot. All right, some of you, there is distance between you and this person. So you and this person definitely might not live in the same area. Somebody may need to travel. The reason I say that, if I only would have got the World card, I feel like this might be, the end of the situation with this person. But the World and the Chariot tied together, I feel like is really more an indication of travel. So for some of you, I feel like you definitely might try and let this person know that, you do want to see them, you want to spend some time. So we have all three travel cards other than the Three of Wands coming out. Even the Eight of Wands could be like forward movement. Let's clarify though. Tell me about this Nine of Cups and Aquarius's actions. What is this Nine of Cups? So that talks about wish fulfillment, feeling fulfilled, moving towards happiness, something that's going to bring you some joy. So we have the Seven of Cups coming out. So some of you might have more than one option. Tell me about the Ace of Swords. I feel like there also might be some fantasy around this situation or this person, especially if you have not necessarily been in a full-on relationship with somebody. Not really sure what that's going to look like. Tell me about the Ace of Swords here. What is this Ace of Swords? Why is the Ace of Swords here? King of Cups. The truth about your feelings here, Aquarius. And the World and the Chariot. Why is the World and the Chariot here? The Hierophant. I get one more card on the Chariot. For some of you, you might have been married to somebody else. One of you might have been in a high-level commitment with somebody else, and that is coming to a close. So I feel like you're trying to manifest this. I feel like coming together here, Aquarius. I feel like, at the end of the day here with the Magician, this person really embodies everything that, you desire, I want to say. You do care deeply for this person. I feel like, again, with the Seven of Cups, I feel like you're not sure what this is going to look like. So that could definitely been, holding you back on taking any action. Like, is this the best decision for me? Is this going to turn out how I was hoping, how you're wishing? I do really care about this person now that this whatever past situation has come to a close. I can finally move forward here, and I kind of need to see where things go here with the magician, with this person. So I like it. Look at that. We have the sun on the bottom here, Aquarius. I feel like for the longest time, I feel like you've been, in the Seven of Pentacles here, Four of Pentacles, holding back on what it is that you're really wanting, which is a passionate new beginning here. The Ace of Pentacles, or pardon me, the Ace of Wands, and then the Ten of Pentacles. So can you have the Ten of Pentacles with this person? Aquarius, first off, you need to acknowledge what happened in the past, why possibly you and this person couldn't be together. And I feel like there's some honesty coming out, which I love. And I like it because I feel like you're finally moving towards what it is that you're really wanting and taking ownership of, your part in why things fell apart, being honest about that, and really wanting to move things forward here with this situation with this person. And again, like I already mentioned at the beginning of your reading, not to sound redundant, I feel like you already know that this is something that you need to do in order to get back to happier times with this situation with this person. So I feel like, at the end of the day here, Aquarius, you kind of know what you need to do. But I love it because I feel like you are kind of like taking ownership of your part and, really realizing what it is that you're wanting, realizing, the depth of your feelings for this person, and finally being open and honest about actually how you feel and what it is that you're wanting. I feel like at the end of the day, you're still a little concerned, there's a little bit of that self-doubt creeping in the back of your mind, like, is this going to go how I'm hoping it's going to go? Is it going to turn out like I'm wanting? And I feel like the sun on the bottom of the card here is a really good omen for the situation with this person. So, and you know what, at the end of the day here, look at all the aces we actually saw. Ace of Cups. The only ace that's missing that we didn't see here was the Ace of Pentacles. So that's, really taking the opportunity to build something new with this person. And I feel like, that's really what this person is wanting. Usually the card that's missing is speaking the loudest. So, but if you're worried about that, Aquarius, I feel like don't. This person really does care about you. I feel like this person is genuine. They have true and real feelings here for you. So if that's what's been holding you back, I feel like don't worry about that so much, I want to say. All right, for those of you that are maybe in no contact with this person right now, let's get some hidden messages from this person, see what comes out. So these may not apply for all of you, so, take your situation as it is there. But let's see what comes out. Messages for Aquarius, some things that Aquarius may not know from the situation or this person. Messages. All right. We have just being near you is intoxicating. I wish I could take back my words. I regret lying to you. So somebody may not have been telling the truth about a situation. I left you before you could leave me. That could definitely be, some self-sabotaging, I feel like, on your end and this person's, Aquarius. So, this person and you could have both been doing that. And at some point, definitely looks like there was a conversation that may have hurt you, Aquarius. And that could definitely be part of the pain that you're still carrying around, you know. So just know that this person, I feel like, they wish that they could take back their words here. And the bottom of the deck is you were the best thing in my life. So, I feel like I mentioned already, I feel like this person really does care about you deeply, Aquarius. And again, I feel like at the end of the day, I feel like, if you need to apologize or, be the person to put out the olive branch here to have this conversation with this person, I feel like, it's worth it in the end. because I do see like a lot of happiness and a lot of love between you and this person. So yeah, so I'm gonna end your reading here, Aquarius. Hopefully this message helped. If it did resonate, if you could let me know by hitting the like button, I'd really appreciate that. As always, guys, if you are interested in a personal read, feel free to reach out to me. It's just sayitsoultarot@gmail.com. The email address is in the description box of this video. And I'm just going to take a look here for standouts. We have Taurus, fixed sign energy, a lot of fixed sign energy coming out in this reading. Gemini, some Cancer, but really, at the end of the day, it could be any sign. So, alright, Aquarius. Again, hope this helped. If it did resonate, if you could let me know by hitting the like button and or making a comment, really appreciate that. And as always, guys, I'll see you in your next read.